Amalia, you look great.
It's very pale today.
Like that. You recognize the jacket?
Yeah. Does everybody recognize the jacket?
Of course. Of my girlfriend jacket.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. So, why don't we do a few questions with just you, and then we'll try to get them all in.
No worries.
So, Raylla means a lot to different people all over the world. Whether, seeing you two on the screen helps some people come to some conclusions about themselves and reflected parts of their lives. So, what does Raylla mean to you, and what legacy would you like to leave by being part of it?
Good question. My legacy would be acknowledgement and honor to the great community and all of my friends and family that live in that community. To do right by them, to protect them, to keep them safe. I'm sure I'm all over the concur, she were here. But I think it's also a beacon for people like me who didn't know better, who didn't know that representation was needed, who didn't know what we were missing, what we were lacking, and how to do better. So that was something, that was a major lesson I think I learned in the trajectory of growing alongside Raylla. Was, look at me, I'm white, I have blue eyes and blonde hair, I'm cisgender and feminine presenting, and I see myself in media constantly. That was never something I felt like I was missing out on. It wasn't something that ever occurred to me. It was something that I was aloof to, and I still feel shame and guilt about it, but it's also something I think that needs to be conversed about. It needs to be shared just because there are so many more people who can use their platform to protect people and help and use their platform to commit to roles that do give representation to the right places and the right people. And that's what I want to see. And it's what I'll carry with me and the rest of my journey as an actor in this film. That's awesome.
So, this is a little bit of a question that was given to me just on Twitter. But I know you can't talk about it, but do you have a favorite Raylla scene in season 3?
I'm not making you come home. I don't want you to come home. Of course I do.
Okay, good.
I don't know.
You have a favorite one.
I do. I don't know if anyone saw the boots that I was wearing yesterday.
Yes.
Pay attention to those.
Pay attention to the boots you're trying to get first.
So that's the only mental gift.
That's awesome. That's more than we expected, right?
Yeah.
All right. So,
Can you freeform?
don't worry. If freeform tried to kill you, I think there are about 10,000 people that would step between you and freeform.
Yeah.
The Switch's army is not, does not back down.
It's not a joke.
You died enough.
Oh, y'all are gonna hate this season.
Oh!
That's to throw you off.
See, I can't tell if this is like breadcrumbs.
We can barely hear you.
Very.
She threw the piano.
Sure.
Are you able to turn her off?
Wait, let's turn her. We're the only source of sound I have, to be honest.
I just turned the sound on.
Great.
Can you hear me?
Can you mute that one?
Yes.
Not yet.
Hi, Daddy, how are you?
No.
Where'd you go? Come back.
Okay, so every time you speak, you're going to show, like Sue is going to show
Honestly, 7.
favorite, right?
Yeah, now I hear you.
Maybe.
Well, you just pretend it's Salem movie.
Are you in Ireland right now?
Next question.
Okay, next question. How would you describe your character's growth as it relates to being part of this couple?
Okay, that was the cutest shirt.
Wait, what? Let me see what you said.
The shirt was cute.
Oh, the shirt. The one that Arlen put up for me? Yeah. It's from Ross. It's $12. Can you hear me? Is it because we're muted? Can you hear me?
Now.
You can hear me now. Okay, I think we were muted. I said, yes, Arlen put it up for me. It was from Ross and it was $12.
Okay.
You can't hear me.
I'm not as funny, but.
Can you hear me? I don't know if my mic's loud.
I didn't use it. Yes.
Can you hear me, Amalia?
Yes.
Yours is louder than hers.
Can you hear me?
Okay.
You can hear Taylor? Me? Hello? I think she can hear me. That look is the same.
I'm speaking to an element back here.
Okay.
What?
Oh.
So, the question was how would you describe your character's growth as it relates to being part of this couple?
I'll let Amalia take that. Is my mic on?
No.
Okay. So, I think the question is something along the lines of how do we swing our relationship as our characters. And, well, this whole season 3 is still very showy, so we can't say too much, but, since the start, it's been something along the lines of two couples meeting, when they were both individually very destructive paths, but together they found something they live for, and the weirdest thing happened, someone was trying to take Raylla out of the army. I don't know if she kind of later a much better soldier, and very good asset for the army. I mean, it's not that celebrate that, but Raylla did turn out to be that in season 2. And I really like her team says.
Can I call Amalia so she can hear me?
We get all these questions about life and death, and that's one of the
She's using her phone.
Did I take this?
Yes. Why can't we see her?
She's using her phone.
Yes, answer. Answer the phone. Hi, this is so that we can hear, you can hear me. Where did your video go?
She's on the phone.
She's using her phone to do this.
No, I don't need your phone. I need this phone.
Oh, no, she had to pause and Zoom.
No, this is not the phone. Who did I give you the phone?
Okay, I'm trying to do this so you can hear each other. You have to pause Zoom. I can put you on speaker and then you can put your camera on. Is that possible? Yeah. Which messenger? Okay, do I have you on Facebook? Okay, hang up. Okay. She's gonna try and call me on Facebook. I didn't know I had Facebook. But she thinks she has me on Facebook.
Your messenger downloaded?
But if you, okay, you can see your number. Yeah.
Hello?
So Mike, it's either the audio is going to be absolutely terrible the entire time, or you're just going to project your voice.
Can you talk really, really close to the mic?
It's still going to create a really,
Okay.
the echo, like, you're speaking up.
Or share louder.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was going to ask that.
You want to try and call me on speaker?
It's working.
Hello?
Okay, so what were you saying?
I'm afraid my editing is
Well, do you agree with my answer or with your last name?
I think she was talking about
Yeah, I didn't have that.
Okay, well, I can start the answer. I mean, I think very much really very much. Is that my voice?
Yes.
Yeah. Turn it off. Should I turn off the mic?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you. Or is that bad because you're live streaming?
Yes.
Turn it off.
Actually, it's one of our you're talking on the phone right now, right?
Yeah, but they can't hear through the phone.
Okay, we're just trying to figure something out. But yeah, I think we very much grown in tandem. I don't think Raylla would have found purpose had we not found each other. When she found a sense of community and belonging, and through you, she only learned to open up to the other girls as well. You know, she very much, I think, repaired a relationship with her father and navigated the pain of understanding why her mother left with the support of Salem. So, her growth is, I think, only accredited to Salem. Well, you started it. I finished it.
She's muted.
She has to unmute.
She's
Oh, hold on. Give me 1 sec.
How about that?
Was she unmute? That bad? What should I speakerphone?
I'm technically challenged. You've got one person to ask.
Mute her microphone and you should just listen to Taylor talk through Zoom.
Yes.
So
So the
keep
microphone is what's causing the
Yeah,
problem.
turn off that microphone.
Turn off the microphone.
And then you say, do you use Zoom?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, great. Well, okay.
Yay.
I hope I'm hearing you now. But I was just because I did, yes, wonderful. So, no, I was just going to say that that's so wonderful. If you want to contribute all that growth to the relationship and facility, because to me that's like nothing you can never ever expect for waiting for that much coming out of one single relationship. And it's a beautiful testimony to the good parts of the relationship, because we all just need to be truthful about how toxic it has been at times.
It's the balance, like the codependency, I think, that they had with each other, you know, from Raylla's side of things, you know, she learned to open up through your character. So she had to learn to stand on her own and rely on the rest of the community and herself, neglecting herself, placing herself, so that she knew how to exist without relying on the partnership for all of her source material to take care of herself. She learned to do it on her own, so that she could be the best for her and for her partner.
Beautiful. Yes, but I do agree, and I think it is for Salem when it comes to, the toxic parts is more because they were emotionally very immature people. But they met. And then throughout the relationship, that has come to change a lot, and going through those bumps, big bumps, they had to earn each other's trust and to speak truthfully and to be very transparent, great communicators. I would credit that growth in Salem to Raylla. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, we could definitely say it's because of this relationship and because of Raylla being that big life in Salem's life that there is any kind of redemption for Salem. It's hard to know how much of that kind of big change in person you can credit to one relationship or to that one person. And I don't know, because once that love gets going, it's an organism in itself as well. So yeah. Yeah.
You can't hear me? No one can hear me?
No, we can't hear
Oh,
you.
sorry, guys. Okay. You can continue to think.
Okay, the next question. So, back in season 1, we got glimpse of a somewhat happy Raylla. Sometimes, occasionally. Before the fallout, so what were they doing when they found those little stolen times together? Like, did one of them plan the dates, or what did they do? Did they just hang out?
Absolutely.
PG answers only.
Well, you guys can infer the rest. But I think it's just how you would expect the beginnings of a relationship, just really taking the time to get to know each other, spending every hour that we're awake and that we have free, trying to understand each other. Like
those
it's an
late night
infatuation.
talks?
Yeah, and you can't get enough. It's like a drug. And I think passion with that intensity is just kind of like that fervor is what drove them to spend every waking moment together and happy or bad. I also think some of the toxic traits are what made it so addicting. There's something about the violent ups and downs and having those abrasive moments that makes it feel like you went through something together, and so the bond is that much more steely, I think.
So how do you think, Amalia, how do you think Scylla dealt with that, seeing as she was sort of betraying Raylla at the same time as she was getting closer to her?
How she saw the stolen moments.
Yeah, how she felt about all those moments that they had together. Like, was there conflict? Was she feel conflicted about it?
Are we talking about something for the fallout? Are we talking season 1 or season 2?
Season 1.
Season 1. I think she was just something was tingling, but I'm just getting more of it. And then, this opportunity arose, and that would be helpful in trying to get this person to do what I want them to when it comes to the terrorist work. But yeah, I think that she tried for her, and she didn't need to, but it was hard not to. So all those stolen moments, they are led to it. If we wouldn't have had those, that terrorist would escape terrorists.
Good answer. So, the life and death theory, I don't know if you guys have heard of this.
Yes.
You've heard of it?
Yeah.
So,
I think we've actually kind of had our own conversations about this and yin and yang. Yeah. And then this was only recently brought up to us.
interesting.
Very
So since you know about the life and death theory, basically Raylla is the fixer or life, and so is the necro or death. So together they could make like a predestined couple that could affect the entire outcome of the war with Amalia.
infinity, cycle of life.
Exactly. So, do you think your characters were fated? And how much stronger are they together?
You're fading. Wow.
So, because you think about how Scylla gave Raylla the mycelium seed, so, and that comes into play later on. So that's sort of like a faded type.
Yeah, and she didn't, she did go to the neighbor facility to look for Salem. And
Yeah, I absolutely think that we're faded. I mean, there's something about those two components that fit so organically that I think it would be hard to argue it as just a mere coincidence. I think there's something about their natures that finds them in every life after and in every life prior to theirs. We believe in that evolution of, something bigger than them, the cycle of life and death, outside of just their tangible physical vehicles holding their souls. I think there's something that's very ethereal and yes, it's much larger than the scale is operating on just in human form or in which form.
Exactly.
That's an operative.
I think that's not
yes. Tim told you that when he was talking about basics in our land. She's like, yin yang, yes, secret.
Go girls, smoke more weed. Love that. More mushrooms.
all mushrooms. Okay, I have to ask you this before we know how me, but was Raylla's mark shiny before Scylla?
So this is something that's been debated. You know what? Realistically, we could text Brian to get a definitive
I
answer.
didn't hear the question, I just hear you tell.
I'm being asked if Scylla took Raylla's virginity.
That was definitely a funny way to put it.
We work as a team. She says I do all the heavy lifting.
I said yes.
What I think was chatted about was that it was probably my first time, but not Scylla's first time. Scylla had prior partners, but I'm not sure if we got into that about sex because we talked about the idea that I might have had prior partners, but nothing that had escalated that far or something that sort of whittled off and died as I was grieving. But yeah, there was nothing I think that intense. She was 18. She was quite young, when they got involved. But Scylla's an older woman. She's experienced.
Yeah, a lot of 19. But yeah, and we can't say too much about that until next season. There'll definitely be some more Scylla's emotional past.
She's implying
It's
she's
just
talking.
wonderful scene. There's this amazing scene where Taylor, didn't have many lines, but I swear they didn't be on her face the entire time. Her face was priceless throughout that whole scene, and it's on the topic.
I have absolutely no idea what scene specifically you're talking about.
Okay,
What episode?
One. Okay, sitting around the table, and you're shocked.
In real life or as Rayella?
No, that's real.
Girl, I was in a car accident. I don't think I remember. I might not.
Well, when we watch this online, I'll tweet it out loud and you'll remember.
Thank you. Please fill me in. Yeah, because I have no recollection. I don't even have the slightest idea what you're talking about.
Well, you meet someone who still has class, and it's not easy.
This is probably a good thing, otherwise I'd be spoiling stuff right now.
Yes.
We'll let it work in our favor. I'm gonna call you after because I'm chanting. Like, wasn't me.
I'll start saying that too. When I'm about to spoil something, I'll be like, oops. When I'm
Awesome.
All right, well, something to look forward to. So, what was each of your favorite Raylla scenes in season 2?
Season 2?
Season 2. We're pulling back from the spoilers.
Season 2.
I would say that one of the, I mean, it's not the obvious favorite scene, but it was just such a, especially edited together, it was such a beautiful scene when Raylla is at this rally and trying to stall the audience, and she speaks of how, you know, a witch once told me, and it's about Salem, sort of, and Scylla's hiding behind somebody in the crowd. And there's this intercut between them, and then we walk out eyes briefly, and that whole scene, I really love that, even though it's not your typical Raylla scene, but that scene really, what's it called, like fueled us for the rest of that season. It was so needed at that time, and it was great.
I think I would almost agree, but I wasn't exactly aware you're watching at that point, but the part I remember is when you sort of flash in front of me, almost like a ghost appearing. And what it reminded me of is just the twist in your stomach when you're walking down the street or when you're in school or somewhere public and you think you see someone who broke your heart in the way that it just like your back tenses and your stomach twists and you just get a sickly wave of heat wash over you. It was like that kind of illness of just pure, intense heartbreak. And I would wish that kind of came out anymore, but it was also something that I think was pivotal for the repair of the relationship. I think it was a gesture as to how much they missed each other, and how much they needed each other, especially in times of pain and being afraid. You know, being afraid to save the world and being afraid that you never find someone who wants it. Yeah, I think I would almost agree. Like, it's not a typical mushy Raylla scene, but I think it's something that was a pivotal moment of gravity moment.
Yeah, beautifully put. And I would say that Scylla's hiding there not only because, you know, she can't be caught by the army, but also because, you know, you don't want to walk Raylla, she doesn't want to walk Raylla's boat like that because she's not expecting to be forgiven, obviously, and she is so ashamed for having hurt Raylla. And the fact that I lingered those few seconds and didn't look you in the eyes, that was pure egotistical. Like, that was this urge that she couldn't control. And then I know in the version of the script, I don't know if this made us screen, but then the costume was straight away. I don't know if that was one of anything that or if she just makes herself go away, but that was like, all she wants to do is just stay there, but it's unfair to everyone if she wouldn't. But the heartbreaking thing is, of course, that, you know, she, in that case, participates in, like, almost gaslighting Raylla. And that's why it's so nice, it's so beautiful, that scene, when you just walk up and you train men and sort of thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's also very telling that she lingers those extra seconds, because it shows her remorse. I think that's the beginning of redemption. Sure.
But did she leave that photo on purpose?
Great question.
No. Not on purpose.
Yeah, and she thought she was super slick by stealing that picture too, but she got caught.
By me.
I think there was some, sorry, what was the last one?
All that stuff when she thought she was super slick when she was stealing that picture, but she got
Yeah. Yeah. That was like, that was really, that was hard to know because it is hard to feel something like that in front of someone, and still in things you really slam with, like working it down, put your pocket, turn around, and get out of here, but that's the front, and she got caught anyway, so.
Yeah, she did.
But those photos, I don't know how many of them made it onto me, but that whole house was filled with the sweetest childhood photos of Taylor.
My mom really outed me there. I didn't know this, but the props department went and emailed my mother somehow and got all of these photos of my childhood. Yeah, that's what happened. It didn't even go through me. That's why the photo that was picked that you draw wearing 15 and never ever would prove that you could take a terrible selfie in my backyard at 15. That's why they went around me, exactly.
The worst photo of Taylor to show hate and use that. So, what was a scene that you wish had happened in season 2 for Raylla?
Oh, a scene that we wish had happened in season 2 for Raylla.
Because there was so much time that you guys were apart. Well, understandably.
I almost wouldn't change anything because I think the time apart is what made them miss each other so sorely. Like I don't know that I would shift anything. I think it was. That's true. I guess like drawing that out is what made the reunion so powerful. I think it's what made it have the impact that it did. But I don't know. I guess after that, I always wish for them to have more quiet time, have more happy time. But apparently that's not as interesting to watch, according to Elliot Morris. Pain!
Yeah, no, I agree, and I think that their individual journeys in season 2 would be essential for their coming together later on. So, yeah, I agree that kind of part made it stronger. Also, because they can, get each other out of their heads. And I very much agree that I'm so nice to have Raylla's mind. Season 1 of my favorite Raylla seasons ever is just because also it's a really cool shot. It's the opening season, episode 1, episode 2, season 1.
The window?
Bird fly, yeah, and coming through the window over and back. And it's so playful, but it's still this, and Raylla just wants to say, like,
Yeah, it was just kind of like real talk, but it was something that I found really authentic and organic. And they're just having conversations about a very normal human relationship in the midst of life and death circumstances, which seems to be consistent for them. But it was nice to see this moment of authenticity between them, where they're having a conversation about something that's so minuscule in the scheme of their world. Just so many things. Shows where the priorities are about focusing on each other and trying to further develop their relationship.
Yeah, I agree.
So, I have one more question. How pissed off is Scylla at hers?
How pissed off is Scylla at Hearst?
Oh, and the goddess. Yeah. I mean, we can all assume, these first lists through season 2, but we were expecting to see season 3. And mentally, it's hard to prepare for that kind of hatred. It's hard to, it's so personal on so many levels because he has threatened her life as a symbol and as a mean to get at all witches. which is, yeah. She's pissed.
I don't think there's a more delicate way to put that. She mad.
Yeah, it's too personal. It's the thing is, hers is throughout season 2. Hers is not usual. It's way too personal, and for Salem, who already was fighting for all the wishes and to liberate her, this threat is next level.
But how can somebody else that hurts?
I would work for me.
You threaten my family? We got a problem. But I think, that she was willing to brave pain if it meant she could overcome him to protect her family, her friends, and future generations, for future children. Anything in that realm. I think because these people gave her a sense of belonging, they gave her a sense of blood, of trust, of value. They gave her purpose in the world that she has virtually nothing to lose but to only try to spend her life returning that favor of making other people feel loved and feel protected.
There you go. So, is there anything you guys want to say to all the fans here and everyone watching?
Well, I really want to know if we can arrange for one. Yeah.
Oh, you're ready?
Are we making it?
You're doing it, buddy. You got it.
Okay, I think we got it.
Yeah, you want those.
I have all the best ideas.
What time is it where you are?
It is 10 to 10.
Yeah.
And then,
Oh my goodness.
yeah, correct.
Late. It's like 4 here.
It's 4 p.m.
It's not even 4 yet. It's like, yeah. 10
It's
4.
for Prime Minister. And then what's the keyword to remember AM?
I didn't know about this.
No, I'm just hanging out. It's just because I always keep forgetting, but
1600. Is that right?
the rest of you always be there sometimes. Okay, so you got a lot to do left. What are you going to do?
I don't know. I just go where other people tell me to go. And the seats change every 5 minutes. It's a surprise.
I really wish I was there with you. I can't believe I'm missing out on this. But thank you so much for your patience with this setup. It means a lot to just,
course,
get to
this is
center
very
you.
good. Thank you for making time for us.
All right, thanks, guys.
We love you, Amalia.
We love you.
Love you.
And I love you.
And thank you, Taylor, for getting
Thanks, guys. Thank you so much.